Okay.
Hi.
How are you?
Where am I? A 27-year-old man who's... Hi guys, it's MistyEyez.
I'm Kylie.
Kylie.
Ma'am, sir.
Sorry. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I'm a trans woman's voice. Hi, sorry. We have an Ask Misty for you. Dear Misty, I am a 27-year-old gay man who was adopted and recently got in contact with my biological family. The bio family refuses to tell me who my birth father is. Should I allow them into my life because they are blood related, or should I leave them in the dust until I find my father? That is a very heartfelt, personal, deep, challenging question. Where do you start?
Okay, so this is where I'm gonna start.
Go ahead.
So you're 27 years old.
Yeah.
You were adopted, obviously, and you recently got in contact with your biological family.
Yeah.
You were set out on a journey to find your biological family.
Yeah.
With no idea what you were gonna find. You, I'm assuming, found your mother's side of the family, and they're not willing to give up who your father is. But at the end of the day, you started this journey without knowing what you were going to find. And luckily enough, you were able to find your mother and your mother's family, or your biological mother and your biological mother's family. It is hard that they won't give up your father, but I don't think that you should leave them in the dust, because you were looking for them. No matter what you were going to find, like no matter if you were going to find them or not, this is what you found so far. So I think you should give them a chance. It definitely is rough that they won't help you find your father, but you never know what happened between your mother and your father, or what happened and why it led to you being put up for adoption, and that can all play into effect to why they won't give that information out.
Yeah, I like the very last point you made. Like, there's probably a very good reason they're not telling you who your father is. Maybe he's a total douchebag. Maybe he's abusive. Maybe he's a drug addict. Maybe there's a big reason you were given up for adoption. Now, you know what's funny is, Kylie, from this question, you took that they found the mother and didn't find the father. For some reason, in my mind, I thought he found the father's family, but they won't tell him who the father is. But I do think you're right, it is the mother. Because I was like, I recently got in contact with my biological family. The bio family refused to tell me who the father is. So yeah, it must be the mother's side. I think you're right in that assumption. Initially I was gonna say, you found the family, he's one of them, but you're right, he's probably not one of them. And you have half the puzzle. So your ultimatum was, should I allow them in my life because they are blood related, or should I leave them in the dust until I find my father? I don't think you should leave them in the dust, period. I don't think that's at all. If your adoptive family is still in your life, awesome. And if they're in support of you finding your birth parents, awesome. And if your birth parents, at least one of them is accepting you and loving you and welcoming you into the family, awesome. Keep looking for the dad if you want, but I don't think you should be like, screw you guys because you won't tell me. That's really, I think, immature and not like, well, if you're not gonna help me.
Think of your search as a puzzle.
Yeah.
And obviously puzzles, it could be 200 pieces, it could be 2,000 pieces, it could be 5,000 pieces. So let's say your puzzle to find your biological family, no matter what you were gonna find, was gonna be 500 pieces. And let's say your mom's side of your biological mother's side of that puzzle was 250 pieces, and your dad's side was 250 pieces. You found 250 pieces of the puzzle. Why would you throw that away just because you don't have the 250 pieces of puzzles solved or figured out right at this moment?
Yeah.
Figure out what you can, and then slowly you're gonna be able to figure out the rest.
My fear is you're going to reject your maternal side of your biological family because you can't have the father's side, and then you reject them, and then 5 years down the road, 10 years down the road, you find your paternal side of the biological family, and then you're like, hey, I want everyone in my life again. No, rejection's rejection. They're not going to want you back after that. Also, if they're not telling you he's probably not in their life anyway. So definitely take what you have, embrace what you have, but even if they're not in support of you finding him and won't help you, doesn't mean you can't look on your own. But there probably is a very good reason why
for sure
they don't want you to know. and or refuse to tell you.
I hope that answers your.
Yeah, no. I hope that answers your question.
Mwah.
Loving you, Zizi.